All right, so today we're going to go over how to find the top schools here in the city of Temecula, California. One of the major reasons that people decide that Temecula is the right place for them and their family to live is because of the school district. A lot of people want to be a part of the great public school system, so we're going to go over the top schools here in the area. We're going to talk about the public schools, the high schools, and we're also going to talk a little bit about the private schools. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I am a realtor and team leader with the Short Real Estate team here at Keller Williams, and we're here in Temecula, California, in Murrieta, California, and this video is all about the schools here in the city of Temecula. So we're gonna talk about how to find the best ones, what are the top ranked schools, what really makes them so desirable. We'll go over the public schools, we'll talk a little bit about some of the private schools as well, and hopefully give you, a pretty good general lay of the land and how to find the right place for you and your family here. So, but before I get into all the information, if you are liking real estate videos like this, do me a favor, please hit like, please hit subscribe. So obviously it helps me, it helps the channel as we're continuing to grow it. And then if you guys have any real estate questions, of course, I'd love to hear from you. So you can feel free to reach out anytime. You can call, you can text, you can email me. We have new videos that we put out each and every week, so you can stay on top of those. But I'd love to answer any questions that you may have, or of course, if you and your family, have any specific questions with your real estate search, of course, I'd love to help you out there as well. So you're going to see my information down below or at the end of the video. You can feel free, you can call, you can text, you can email me, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the schools here. All right, so if you're not super familiar with the city of Temecula, there's really two big reasons why people decide to make a move here. One is going to be affordability, and the second one is going to be the school district. So the average price point for a home right now in the city of Temecula is right about $850,000. You can find something more in like the starter home area right around $650,000, but average homes right around $850,000. But in compared to other parts of Southern California, really it's a really good value for what you can get compared to San Diego, LA, Orange County, right? So affordability is a big reason that people come up here. And the second reason is really all about the schools. So the Temecula Valley Unified School District is really, really high rated across the board, and especially compared to other affordable areas in Southern California, it's really, really hard to beat. So we'll kind of go over the top schools, talk a little bit about locations, and give you what I think is some good info. I pulled up some stats. So in the state of California, there's now just over 1,000 different school districts here in the state, and Temecula Valley Unified School District is ranked number 60 out of 1,000. So it's in the top 6% of school districts, across the state, so which is super, super highly rated. In addition to that, there's 3 different high schools, and I'm pulling all the stats from some of these online sites like niche.com and then bestschools.org, so you guys can do some research yourself and pull up some other information. But all 3 high schools are ranked really highly. So they're all at least a 9 out of 10. So there's 2 9s out of 10, 1 10 out of 10. And one of the questions that I do get from people all the time is, hey, we're going to come here to the area, we don't know it too well. I want to make sure that we get into a good school and make sure, I don't want to get a bad school inside Temecula. And really, the truth is there's really not a bad school. So again, the district is rated so high across the board. Pretty much all the schools are going to be really good, especially compared to most other areas in the state. There are a few that are rated higher than others for sure. So when you do some research, you can see, they're going to rank, they're going to rank them out of 10. So 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, right? Obviously, the higher the number, the better the school is, the higher the ratings, etc. But in general, pretty much all the schools here in Temecula are going to be really good, and there's just a few at the top that are going to be better than others. So I'm going to go over the top 5 schools here in the district, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the private schools as well. So Number one, without a doubt, the highest rated school inside the Temecula Valley School District is going to be the high school. And that's going to be Great Oak High School. That is located in South Temecula. There's going to pull up some stats on it, but so there's over 10,000 different schools of all ages, inside the state of California. And out of 10,000, Great Oak is ranked number 79. So it's a top 80 school in the entire state. They're ranked super highly. It is a 10 out of 10 on the different rating systems that are out there. And truthfully, I have a lot of people that have helped. They move up here to the area just for 4 years for their kids to go to that school. Once they graduate, they move out of the area. So it's a big draw for people, and that's definitely a big thing. So Great Oak High School is going to be number one. It's located in South Temecula, which also tends to be the most expensive part of the city, of course, but it is a great area to live in if you're a commuter as well. So that's number one. School number two is going to be the Erie Stanley Gardner Middle School. So that one is ranked, that is, depending which site you're looking at, it's either rated an A or an 8 out of 10. So there's a little bit of a difference depending which site, but overall it looks like that one was ranked number two. So obviously that's a middle school, which there is the only middle school on the list. Middle schools are kind of notorious for being not as friendly of places and not as nice as a school as opposed to elementary and high school. So for a middle school to be rated so highly, it's a really good school. They do a really good job, and it's rated really well, and they have really good test scores. So that's number two. School number three is Red Hawk Elementary. So that is actually considered a top 300 school inside the state. So again, there's over 10,000 schools, and this is rated in the top 300 in the state. It's given a 9 out of 10, an A rating. And this was actually a school just couple years ago. Last time I did a video like this, it was actually not on the list. So they've improved quite a bit, and so now they're now a top 300 school in the state. School number four is Alamos Elementary. So that's actually where my kids go to school. Personally, we've had a really, really great experience there. The principal is awesome. We really can't complain anything about it. But that is considered a top 350 school, top 350 school in the state. It's given an A rating, and it was also ranked an 8 out of 10, on one of the other sites that were out there. So, but personally, we've had a really great experience. I can't really complain about anything, especially from the school administrator wise and just how everything is run. So school number five is the Temecula Prep. So it's actually a charter school. That is another top 350 school. And this is the only one. It's a K through 12, so they do all grades. Location-wise, it's actually located out in Winchester, and because it's a charter school, you have to apply to be able to get in and be selected from a lottery to be accepted in there. But it's another one. Again, it's a top 350 school. It's given an A rating. It's considered an 8 out of 10, and because it is a smaller school as a charter, right? The classes are going to be smaller. The people that I know where their kids go there, they're all super, super happy there. Really can't complain about anything, and they're all super happy that they're able to get in and be a part of the school there. So the public schools, obviously they are, it's free public schools. So that's a huge draw for anyone that lives here. In addition to that, some people do prefer to pay to go to a private school. So obviously you're going to pay a premium to do that. They're not cheap to do, but if that is something you're interested in, there are a few really good options here inside Temecula. They're all within city limits, and actually one of them is ranked really, really high too. So there's three private schools. There's St. Jean's Catholic School. That's actually ranked as a top 100 school in the state, so it's number 96 in the state of California. There's also Linfield Christian School, which does both of those do in K through 12, so all grades, and the third one is going to be Rancho Christian. That one's they also do K through 12, and I think that they actually have the most amount of students are going to be at Rancho Christian, so it's the largest of the private schools in the area. So all of them, I know people and clients and friends that go to all three of them. They've all pretty much across the board, I've had good experiences. Really like being able to go there. Obviously, they're private schools. They all tend to be either Christian or Catholic, so tend to be a little bit more religious influence there. So depending what you're looking for, but the schools are really good. And if you don't want to do private schools, the public schools are really great. That's where my kids go. I think it's a great system. The district across the board is ranked really, really high. And again, the biggest thing I do want to point out is that it's really not a bad school inside the city of Temecula. So across the board, it's a really great school district. I wouldn't worry too much about going to a bad school or anything like that. It's just it's a good district. They do a really good job, and all the schools are ranked really, really highly. So hopefully that's good information for you guys. If you have any questions or you have any specific information you want on a certain school, you can feel free to reach out. You can call, you can text, you can email me. You can see my information down below or at the end of the video, and hopefully talk to you soon. Thanks.